Hi everyone, I'm Thornton, and today I've been having a bit of a bad day. Now, a lot of my fellow motivational speakers or coaches or mentors might say that we should never put anything out there that's in anything less than a really positive frame. I disagree with that, because for me, authenticity is at the heart of everything I do. I reckon it's really important for you guys, for our friends, our followers, our tribes to understand that even those of us who put out really positive, motivational, go-getting messages sometimes have a bad day. Now, you might notice I sound a bit croaky, a bit nasally, because a lot of this morning I've been sitting and crying. Why? I don't know. I just woke up feeling really down today, like I didn't fit in this world, like a square peg in a round hole, like so many of the beliefs I have about authenticity and truth and walking in beauty and walking your talk, like they were completely at odds with the Western world. Like maybe I needed to go home to Sirius or something, who knows. But the point is that because I have these tools that enable me to change my state, I was able to do that. So I was able to get dressed, stick some slap on, get out of the house, and now I'm here sitting and doing this video with you. Now, here's one of the other things about not dealing with and not managing your states. 2016, some of you may know, hasn't been brilliant for me so far. There've been a few rocky times. Yeah, there's some amazing stuff going on. I've got my book launch coming out. I've got some cracking public speaking gigs coming up. I've got some great workshops running with my tribe. But there's been stuff going on behind the scenes that knocked me off my feet. And at the beginning of this year, the result of that was that I got hit with a really nasty viral infection that knocked me off my feet for a good 6 to 8 weeks. That was nothing life-threatening, but it was throat, it was respiratory tract, and it was chest. And for someone who's been asthmatic since childhood, those things can really bowl you over. Now, why did that hit? For me, there were two reasons that I was so poorly and why it hit so hard and so quickly. First, for a while, I'd been doing the hamster on a wheel thing. I was busy, not allowing myself the time to stop and to deal with the stresses that were coming my way. Now, I'd got some cerebral-based stresses going on, things like getting the accounts ready for the tax man, things like going through a remortgage on a property, and then there was some emotional-based stuff going on, things with friendships, things with my family that I needed to deal with, and that because I was in this busy mindset, I wasn't dealing with them. I was kind of ticking, yeah, that's going on, and then parking it. I wasn't dealing with it. So it's no surprise when the illness hit that it hit in these areas. Now, those of you who know me from outside my empowerment work into my fire child work, where I'm doing a lot of shamanism, spirituality, animism, meditation, will know that I talk a lot about energy centers. Now, in the chakra system, this is the heart chakra. And this is the place where we hold on to all our emotions. People get a lot of blocks here if they've got old emotional scars they haven't let go of, for instance. This is the communicator. This is the place from where we speak our truths. So again, people have blocks here too. Think old words left unsaid, stuff like that. So it's not surprising that I'd got stuff that I wasn't dealing with here, wasn't processing here, things I wasn't saying because I didn't want to rock the boat. And so when that illness hit, it hit in this area. Now, that was two-pronged because it also forced me to rest. That busy stuff had to stop. The hamster had to fall off the wheel. And it was nearly 2 months. Did I want to stop for nearly 2 months? Of course I didn't. I love my work. But that period of enforced rest meant that I had to look at all the issues that had been happening, find the teachings in them, and start to move on. Now, here's the other thing. A lot of us just look at things happening and feel that there are really shitty, unfair things happening in our lives. But for me, I believe that I manifest pretty much everything that happens in my life. Some of the things that happen, maybe I manifested them before birth. Who knows? Maybe there are teachings that I needed to learn this time around and I've asked for them. So when things happen that seem on the surface to be unsavoury, I like to get to the point where I can just step out of that kind of the wallowing and the victim mindset and try and find the teaching in it. And when we can find the teaching, then we step out of that victim mindset and into something far more beautiful, and a whole raft of new opportunities can open up to us. And that's what's happened here. Because of that period of enforced rest during my illness, I was able to look at the emotional issues that were hitting, find the teachings, and from there start to integrate a whole new set of life lessons and practices in my life, which means I don't need to go there again. And some of them are awesome. They're really transforming the way I operate, and that's really, really good. So That's the point. If we don't deal with things, if we internalise things, then they can sit there and fester, and that's where the dis-ease can set in. And I don't want any of you guys going through that. So to come full circle, back to those tears this morning, maybe that was just the residue of some of the stuff I was going through at the beginning of the year. Maybe it was just a final clear out. Who knows? But the point is, the really important thing is, I didn't sit there. I didn't drown in the tears and the snot. I didn't wallow in it. I didn't look for the secondary gain from that. I didn't look for the, I'm in a bad place, how can I find sympathy from people? I didn't go there. I looked to use some of the tools to change my body, to change my state. So if you need to do that, come on some workshops or go back through some of my old videos. There are some great videos I've put out there about changing your state. Use those tools. Please don't sit in a negative state. If you're there, find a teaching in it. Find that pearl in the oyster. Find that diamond in the rough that will bring something beautiful into your life, and do that. Make some changes. Do what's needed. Listen. Don't ignore the little pebbles being thrown until they become boulders and knock you on your back for nearly 2 months. Find a way to step out of the negativity and to find something positive. And even if it's just moving to change your state, develop that attitude for disruption. Disrupt the negative states. Find something more positive. I'm Taz Thornton. I hope this video has helped you, and I hope next time I speak to you, I won't be sounding quite as snotty.